Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to our lecturer, Dr. Armi. In this presentation, we will present a case study about a Kim river pollution which was happened in Pasir Gudang back then in 2019. My name is Ahmad Najmi bin Mustapha together with Ariff, Fadhilah and Firdaus Zamri. So in this presentation, I'll consist of 4 things, which is we start with introduction, the second one is multiple factors theory, the third one is control measure, and the last one is the conclusion. So this is a water pollution which was happened in Pasir Gudang, Johor, which is caused by illegal chemical dumping. So this pollution has become worse as the chemicals were exposed in hot weather and windy condition, which is caused the people were affected easily. So this is the timeline on how this water pollution has exposed or spread to the environmental and affect people. So the first wave which was happened in 7 March 2019, the school students has received an illness because of this water pollution. So on the second wave, which is 11 March 2019, the pollution has caused approximately 1,000 students and they were sent to the Sultan Ismail Hospital to get further treatment. More than 100 schools were closed as these pollutions has become worse, and it is caused the environmental become bad, and the school must be closed as there are no outdoor activity are supposed to be done. So for the third wave, which was happened in 20 June 2019, this is because the people were reporting that they are having a nausea, dizziness, and experience a vomiting, which has caused by the river pollution. So in this case study, we are using multiple factors theory to describe the cause or factor on how this water pollution are occurred. So this multiple factors theories also described as 4MS, which is consists of 4 things, which are the first one is man, the second one is machine, the third one is media, and the third one is management. So what is man? Man is referred to the people surrounding in the workplace which may affect to the incident. So the second one is machine. So machine is refers to the all tools, equipments, or vehicle. So these things also can contribute to the accidents or incidents. So the third one is media. Media is referring to the environmental conditions surrounding, which is also can be referred to the weather condition or also walking surface. The last one is management. Management is referring to the characteristic of the management, which include the safety rules, the organization structures, or policy and procedures.
I am Ariff, Fadhilah. Next, I will present about multiple factor theory related to the Kim river pollution that happened in 2019 at Pasir Gudang River. The first one is management. Management here refer to the company or factory that contribute to the Kim river pollution. The management lack of implementation of rules and regulation, which means that the management is not too strict about the rules and regulation in managing waste that the worker need to follow. Next, there is no correct standard operating procedure provided by the management. The SOP here refer to the waste management standard operating procedure. The management must provide the SOP that from start until the end in managing waste. The last one, company provide low cost for managing waste. This is because the company only emphasize about the gain and the profit. Therefore, the company will cut the budget for the waste management. The second one is man. Man here refer to the employee or worker at the company or the factory. The employee lack of knowledge in terms of waste management and the safety precaution, which means that the employee didn't know the further effect if they dump the chemical waste into the river. They just follow the task given by the upper management. Then, the employee do not follow the correct procedure. if the management has provided the correct standard operating procedure for waste management. However, the employee just take the easiest job. In order to finish his job, they just dump the chemical waste into the river. So there's the factor that contribute the man in the Kim River pollution happen. The third term in multiple factor theory is media. Media here is referred to the environment. In Kim River pollution case, the media is the river. The Kim River is located near the resident area and school. It is as the main water supply towards the houses and the school. Therefore, the most of the victim of this case is come from the school student and the people that live near the Kim River. The last one is machine. Machine here is referred to the equipment or machine that used in order to process the chemical. As we all know, the Kim River pollution is mainly caused by the chemical waste. Therefore, the machine used might not have the filter. It will cause the directly release the waste to the environment. It also will produce many wastes. The machine also might not regularly check it or undergo maintenance. Therefore, it will release more waste as expected.
Next, we go to the preventive measure in hierarchy. The first one is management. Management is required to follow the rules and regulations such as the Environment Quality Schedule Waste Regulation 2005 and the EQA 1974 for a proper disposal of hazardous chemical waste. When management do not take part to obey the regulation, it will cause the employee to take a short action to dispose the waste, such as what happened in this study case. Other than that, the Environmental Quality, Sewage and Industrial Effluents Regulation 2009 need to be obeyed for its acceptable condition to discharge industrial effluents. Besides the implementation of rules and regulations, audit regarding the job done by the employee is essential so that we have the updated practice that the employee done on a specific job. Audit should be done in the workplace at least quarterly or twice a year by a third-party audit, such as the external quality assurance. Next, we go to another M, which is the man. Man should be given with adequate training and education. With the lack of knowledge about an issue, it will make the employee less aware with an action that they made. They tend to do action that only benefit them and do not consider with other factors. Training should be given to all employees at least once or twice a year. The training should be included but not limited to enhance the motivation of the employee to do work, educate knowledge with accurate understanding on the proper way to do the job by each of the employees, and mastering the skills related with their job scope. After done giving training to the employees, it is needed to evaluate the effectiveness of the training. The training should always include the effect that might be happen when they do not follow the proper SOPs. The next M is media, one of the multiple causation theory. As we all know, the water is used either for domestic, industrial or agriculture by the community near to the Kim River. Thus, the preventive measure is by eliminating the pollutant from the river itself. The process to clean up the Kim River toxic waste involved by digging the soil to get rid the toxic chemicals and adding water to the river to minimize the vapor of the chemicals from spreading. The elimination of toxic chemicals is under responsibility of Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change Minister, Yu Bin Yin. Last but not least, the machine. Some preventive measure that can be implemented to avoid the causation is the machine should provide with adequate filter to filter out toxic chemicals from the effluent. The filter should be made from the heavy metals or other materials. When the toxic chemicals manage to be extracted, the effluent is somehow more safer than before. Other than that, the machine should be maintained so that the efficiency of the machine is at the highest level. The maintenance should be done every 6 months by the authorized and well-trained operators.
So, based on the presentation that has been made by Firdaus, Zamri and Ariff, Fadhilah, so there are a lot of factors that contribute to the pollution, in which all of the people or management must play a vital role to ensure that this kind of accidents is not occur again. So a lot of measures must be made and must be implemented to minimize and reduce the accident in the workplace. So I think that's all from our presentation. I hope you can understand from this case study. From that, I end this presentation with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.